So why do career decisions feel so hard? Well, there's four variables we're going to look at here. One, too much choice. When there's too much on the table, it gets confusing. Modern careers have a lot of options, and with that brings harder decision making. Research has shown that beyond a certain point, the more choices you have actually increases anxiety and decreases overall satisfaction. You know yourself, you're trying to make a good decision, and all of a sudden something else comes in, something else comes in, and something else, and it gets overwhelming, and you just want to bury your head in the clouds. Sometimes the straightforward pathways just got really muddy. Second option is fear of getting it wrong. Starting a new job is a big step and nobody wants to take it lightly. So obviously you don't want to be starting something that you feel is a bad decision. However, there's nothing you can predict it. Sometimes it works out the best, and sometimes it could be just something, a spanner in the works. You start the job, itself may be okay. It could be the environment, it could be somebody you work with, it could be whatever, but obviously, but that fear is always in the back of your mind. Have I made the right choice? Or will I make the right choice? And so on. In reality, very few career decisions are irreversible. And that's why they feel very, very heavy, especially if you do get it wrong. Okay. So conflicting voices. So your family expectations, financial pressures, even your own personal passion might be being pulled in a different way. You know, your family support you, but there can also be the point where they'll say, maybe you're doing too many hours, or maybe you're not making enough money, and your internal compass gets confused, it gets dragged apart. So you're trying to make a decision, not just based on you, but based on everybody that affects you. So you try to silence what you can, but sometimes that causes conflict as well. So it does add to a decision being even harder. And then the last one, information overload. There is a lot of contradiction out there. Do it this way, do it that way, follow your passion, be practical, take a risk, play it safe. And no wonder what people do feel paralyzed by it all. Um, I know myself when I'm looking for a new job, it's definitely, there's so many things I have to think about. And occasionally we'll get a couple of restless nights. But it's trying to work through what's right for you is the primarily purpose, and taking that risk. Because I say none of us have a crystal ball, so it's trying to navigate through the madness so the decision doesn't feel as burdened at the end of the day.